Hello my angry nerds, this is Fanboy, and welcome to your daily dose of Starcraft 2, Legacy of the Void Edition. This is a ladder edition as well. Let me introduce the players to you really quickly, and we'll get started. You have MGHM. I'm assuming that's MG Human. At least that's what I'm going to be calling him. And then his opponent today is going to be ReDBeTraYal. There you go. I'm like, what? ReDBeTraYal. At least that's how I read it. I don't know about you, but that's what I'm going to call him. So ReDBeTraYal is a Terran. He's in the top left side of the map, and MG Human is in the bottom or top right side, or at least as close as you can get to the right side. So that's the thing. MG Human has a gas on the way and a gateway, of course. And ReDBeTraYal has a bunch of SCVs, is going for a barracks and also a command center on the low ground. So that's a little gutsy. The probe for MG Human is basically wanting blood. Okay, he backs off. So I think MG Human is gonna go home. Maybe not. He doesn't look like he's gonna go home. Nope, he's not gonna go home. No, he's not. MG Human on the way has a Nexus on the way, so, and then he also has a Cybercore on the way. He only has 2 in gas, so I'm assuming all he wants right now is to get his warp gate research started. What I normally do, especially against Terran, is I get 1 gas, fully mining, and then I get warp gate, and then I also get a stalker, just because people that play on ladder in HOTS or even in especially in the expansion like their Reapers very, very much. They really do like their Reapers, and I'm going to be playing my placement matches here shortly for Legacy. So yeah, that's a thing, but I won't get to it this week because I will be at DragonCon this weekend. If y'all want to actually come meet me, that's just a little strange, but if y'all want to come meet me, follow my Twitter, because you can find me wherever I am on my Twitter. So yeah, that's the thing. So I will be at DragonCon in Atlanta. If you're going to be there and you want to shout at me or give me advice or just want to meet me, go right ahead. I am very friendly in person. I'm friendly, period, so I don't really get mad at people very often. There is an upgrade. Come here. I've actually never seen this upgrade. Who's it for? Huh. Interesting. That would be very interesting. ReDBeTraYal is going up to 2 barracks, it looks like. He does have an orbital command in his main, and most likely going to be in his NAT as well. But you do have MG Human harassing with depths. ReDBeTraYal does have a Cyclone out, and Cyclones are very good at, well, pretty much anything. Especially as long as they are on the ground, I mean, the Cyclone can pretty much kill anything. They cannot shoot up for some strange reason. You would think they would be able to, at least. These guys, I'm assuming, are masters, or I want to say I want to say masters or higher. I watched this replay before I cast it, and they are, both players are pretty damn good at what they do. So it's a 2-base situation. Both players have gas, right? Yeah. Maybe not. ReDBeTraYal is just now getting one of his gas geysers in his natural, and is going up to a third command center. MGHM looks like he's just adding on gateways. Really? That's about all he's doing. He does... That's not a wall off, is it? No, that can't be a wall off. No, that's not a wall off. But he does have a robotics facility, and he is getting his upgrades. This is what I don't actually do. This is what I need to do. And he has a Twilight Council, so, and he's getting Blink. He has 2 gateways here that no. Okay, he's turning all of them into warp gates. Outside of one. Yeah, that's that gateway. So, yeah. What is ReDBeTraYal up to? It looks like he's mainly going mech. So, 2 barracks into a factory, into a starport. Ooh, you got drops going on from MGHM, and it's a... Wow, that's interesting. You have 2 adepts and an immortal drop. Something you don't see every day. Back in the day, like Brood War, and then Brood War, there's a lot of drops, and then even in vanilla Starcraft, there were immortal drops all the time, and they were really fun to watch. And with the warp prism that has the larger range that they can pick up different units, they can very easily do that. And oh, what the world? Cyclones can shoot up. Huh, that must have been in the patch changes, because before they couldn't shoot up. I know that for a fact. If I'm wrong, please just tell me. But MGHM's whatever it's called, my brain is going blank. Warp Prism does die. Wow. But he does have a patrolling observer. This is something you don't want to do, Protoss. You want to take your observers and you want to put them somewhere. Because if they're not moving, they're very hard to see. If they're moving like this, they're extremely easy to see. And he's coming very, very close to a missile turret. So every time he's over here, he gets seen by this missile turret. No missile turret right here, but I'm assuming ReDBeTraYal knows this observer is here and is most likely going to kill it. But right now it's basically 3-base, and it looks like MGHM has High Templar out, and he turned 2 of them into a Archon. It looks like he has an Immortal and a couple of Sentries and a lot of Zealots. He only has 1 Adept. No, he has 2 Adepts. So yeah, that's the thing. But looks like MGHM wants to make some tracks right now. Does send a Archon forward. That's not the greatest idea. Protoss is up to 2-2. What? And ReDBeTraYal is only sitting at 1-1. So this may be a bad idea. That's a pretty decent storm. You just have to watch out for all these Widow Mines. They eat Zealots and pretty much everything else for breakfast. So you have 3 Cyclones and a ton of widow mines, and the rest is bio. But you can actually, if you're good enough, you can actually click on an individual widow mine and target a specific unit. So it looks like ReDBeTraYal is moving out. Basically, it's a back and forth in the middle of the map. ReDBeTraYal does not want to leave his bases because he knows that MGHM has the reputation now that he can drop. So that's a thing. Ooh, I did miss a drop here. There's all the probes. And the stalkers get very confused because they can't get in. Because he walled himself in. There are 2 adepts here, so that's always a thing. And the only thing MGHM does not like to do is turn his gateways into warp gates. So that's a thing. Another drop does go down in the 3rd, but it should be cleaned up momentarily. But if we look at the army supply right now, you have 90 to 87 and then 51 to 56. So that's a thing. Oops, wrong button. Ah! Stop doing that. You have a major attack over here. But let me back up really quickly. Let me pause and back up slightly. Not that long. Sorry about this, guys. But I don't want to miss a attack. So we're gonna start here again. This attack does force all these probes away, kills the cannon, kills a couple probes, but not very many, and kills a zealot and a pylon, it looks like. But let's see what this medevac actually does. Meanwhile, the army is moving forward. Ooh, those are good storms. Those are really, really good storms. But a lot of the widow mines do burrow, so they are going to go off. And yeah, that's not good. You need to back away from that. Does our Protoss friend not have an observer? I don't think he does. He does not have an observer. So this little drop that's over here is going to get cleaned up. But he does do a little bit of damage at least. But here comes another. There's 2 High Templar and a bunch of Zealots up here. So I'm assuming he wants to do like a counterattack. Ooh, that was not good. These Widow Mines took out quite a bit of that army. Does kill the Mothership Core and wants to chase down the rest of this army. But there are 2 High Templars up here, but they do not have enough energy to storm yet. So that's a thing. Nice blink idea, but sort of, kind of. That was a ghost exploding because of the EMP. Or not the EMP, but a, what's it called? Ghost do EMPs. You know what I'm talking about. But it looks like ReDBeTraYal does have ghosts. So where is... That's a stalker that's kind of out of place. Where is his Ghost Academy? There it is. He does not have a nuke on the way, so no nukes, unfortunately. But it looks like it's basically 3 base to 4? Yeah, 4. And he has an extra command center just in case. These 2 Widow Mines, one has 2, the other one has 2, it looks like. Yep, 2. That one has 8. That one has 2. That one has 1. And that one has 1. So, yeah, that's a thing. Uh, it looks like ReDBeTraYal. Sorry, I had the itch. ReDBeTraYal wants to just kind of end this now. Ooh, that's a good storm. That was a dang good storm. EMPs do come out from the ghosts. That's what ghosts are there for, is to knife down the High Templar, or to at least EMP the army. Especially if they're made up, a large portion of that army is made up of Archons or whatever, especially Zealots. But that Widow Minefield does go off and kills quite a few Zealots. But right now it's basically just melee against range, and that's never a good idea. There are two Archons here that are making a difference. Slowly, but still making a small difference. Army does retreat, and barely survive. That medevac barely survives. It does die, so it had, what, 2 units in it? So here come more Widow Mines. More and more Widow Mines. MGHM is now on the full retreat. You have a single Marine going after a bunch of... ooh, don't go. Ooh. EMP and a Widow Mine shot to their face is not always a good idea. But these two Archons don't stand a chance. That Ghost almost died, but yeah, that's a thing. It looks like MGHM wants to expand, but these Widow Mines are going to take care of that real shortly. But that probe had really no life left. Storm does come out, so that's always a good idea. Ooh, ouch. Probes, lots of probes. A lot of probe transfer. That's not always the best idea. Let's see. You have 10 on that one, 12 on that one, and what, 12 and 12? You gotta be kidding me. No, 6. So 10, 6, and 12. But you can see that when the Widow Mine is told to target a specific unit, that line comes up. So yeah, you can individually target units with Widow Mines. But here comes a very large stalker group with 2 Archons, it looks like. Widow Mines do come off. That's another little blow for our Protoss player. He is still making High Templars in abundance. There is an expansion for MGHM over at the gold, and right now he needs that money desperately. He just doesn't have a lot of money to spare at the moment, unlike the Terran. The Terran's sitting on what, 14 in the bank worth minerals. Both those ghosts die, but they do kill off some of the High Templar before they can get storms out. But that Widow Minefield is not very nice. But basically you want to keep these Widow Mines behind you where you don't get flanked, and you can actually retreat over them. So that's always a good thing. You have 2 observers out now for MGHM, but it's a little too late for that one. High Templar are being morphed right in front of the army. They're going to die overly quickly, but MGHM does call GG. It's just a matter of time now. There goes the front door, and MGHM does leave the game. So our Terran player is victorious. I almost said something different. ReDBeTraYal. There we go. I almost said Red Rum. I'm like, that's not his name. ReDBeTraYal is victorious. So I hope you guys liked this game. If you did, please leave that thumbs up. Sorry about the whole missing one of the big engagements and having to rewind, but I didn't want you guys to miss that action, so I had to. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, and if you want to see more StarCraft 2, hit that subscribe button. It helps me out quite a bit. I will see you guys in the next game.